Hello, I'm Liam,
And I'm Christian.
and this is Nbs Sports, where we talk about everything sports related. So today we have a couple topics we would like to share with you. This is episode 4, so go check out the other ones before watching this. So our first topic, you asked me this question. I like this question.
All right. Do you think the Spurs could make a playoff run this year?
I mean, that's an amazing question. Honestly, ever since they had that, alright, so I'm going to give you their starting lineup right now. So I would have Chris Paul at the 1, De'Aaron Fox at the 2, and then, we can't forget about Stephon Castle. That's how we'll come back to that. Then you got Jeremy Sohan at the 3, and then who's averaging the most rebounds? I'm trying to think. And then you obviously have Wemby at the center, and then I would assume you might be able to put Devin Vassell at the 3, Vassell,
that's how you say it.
and then Sohan at the 4. I mean, that pick and roll, because you got Chris Paul, who's leading the team with 8.1 assists per game, and that pick and roll with Wemby's just going to be insane. So Wemby's averaging basically 25 points a game, and that's good for a center. And then, De'Aaron Fox he's played 4 games, but he's been averaging 21.3 points per game. And then Vassell, is that how you said it?
Wait, he's played 4 games with the Spurs so far?
Yeah.
And he's got 25 points per game?
21.
21. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. He's averaging more minutes than Wemby, actually. But I guess that's because of the season he just started playing for him. So then, with 16 points per game, Devin Vassell, however you pronounce his name, I'm sorry. He's an elite scorer who can get you a rebound and a steal. So that's pretty good. And then you got Sohan, who's averaging 26 minutes a game, 12 points. He's getting 7.3 rebounds, so I would assume he's the power forward. And then he's getting 2 assists, basically a steal, and half a block a game. So then let's go over the team leaders. So I already told y'all, 25 points. You got Victor Wembanyama, but I feel like De'Aaron Fox can get there. He's going to have to adapt with that offense. And then you got rebounds. Wembanyama's averaging a double-double. So basically, that's every game. So he's played 45 games. He started 45 games, and he's averaging a double-double. Who knows? He might average a double-double the rest of the season.
Probably will.
And because he's 24 and 11, and he's having 3 assists. So then Chris Paul's leading the team, with 8 assists. And then you got Chris Paul. He's also, contributing with 1.3 steals per game. And then, basically, blocks is 4 blocks by Wembanyama, and that's pretty good.
A game?
A game, yeah.
That's crazy.
The only sad part is he's averaging 3 turnovers a game, which could hurt their run in the playoffs. But hopping back on that, can they be a playoff contender? Honestly, I would put them up there. It depends how they play the rest of the year and how De'Aaron Fox adapts. But I feel like it depends how De'Aaron Fox does the rest of the season. So, continue?
I don't think I disagree with you whatsoever. 3 turnovers. How many assists does Wemby average a game?
4 games.
See, that's only 1 more than his turnovers. So that's not great. I think he needs to up the assist level. I don't know. When you got 2 elite playmakers on your team like Chris Paul and De'Aaron Fox.
And then you have, I would say, Wemby is their elite scorer. And then after that, I feel like De'Aaron Fox is a first pass, first dude.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Chris Paul, so I would say Wemby is their elite scorer, the scorer that they look at if they need points. And then you have De'Aaron Fox, who, he's basically a slasher and a playmaker.
Yeah.
I say Chris Paul's full playmaker.
Yeah.
And then Sohan is there. He brings the defense, he brings the rebounds and the points. So I think this team is going to score a lot of points, and I think their spacing is incredible. So I feel like they can actually be playoff contenders.
Yeah, no, their roster just it fits so well together. It's kind of crazy. I mean, like you said, they have a playmaker like Chris Paul, and have a scorer / playmaker and De'Aaron Fox, and then you have a go getter with Wemby, and Sohan is really good on the defensive side, especially for his size and the position he plays. He's a dog.
I'm looking at these shooting stats, and Wemby, he's shooting 35.5% from three. I mean, you can't ask much from that because that's your center. So he's averaging about 9 threes a game. He's making about 3 of them, basically. I mean, it could be worse, but it's okay. And then Harrison Barnes shooting 42.5% from the three. And that's he's taking about 4 shots a game. He's making 1. So more like 3 in a game, and he's okay. That's not bad. And then
what was his percent again? I'm sorry.
Who?
Harrison Barnes.
42.5.
42.
Great day, this one dude.
That's almost 50%.
But these are probably bench players who just shoot the ball once.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes probably doesn't get that many threes.
All right, so I have a question for you, Christian. Do you think the Cavs have a chance in going to the NBA Finals and winning it all?
See, on the Eastern side, it's them and the Celtics for me.
Yeah, I feel like they're neck and neck.
When you look at this Cavs team, I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and now they just picked up DeAndre Hunter, which in his first game got 23 minutes, scored 12 points, only 1 rebound, and 0 assists. He also had a steal, and he didn't turn the ball over. That right there, I mean, he scored. I mean, he got 12 points right there in his first showing. I mean, he's still adapting to this Cavaliers team, this Cavaliers playbook.
And who are we talking about?
We're talking about their pickup from the Hawks, DeAndre
Hunter, okay.
I mean, the number one option is
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, we all know it's Donovan Mitchell.
But then you have good playmaking within Darius Garland.
I don't think it's a reach at all. This is the best backcourt.
I'm going to go on a limb and say they're the best well-rounded team in the entire NBA. Because think about it. You have the scoring in Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. That's a pick and roll right there because he's a lob threat. And Donovan Mitchell is great off the dribble. Shooting and driving to the rack. Then you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen getting boards down in the paint. Jared Allen is averaging about 10 rebounds a game. And then, Darius Garland, he just dishes everything out. He's averaging about 7 assists, I believe. And because he's a playmaker. And then, I feel like that backcourt between Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, their defense, because they're not just scorers. I feel like they're more focused on defense because defense wins championships. Same thing with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I feel like they both, contribute. I feel like that whole team is defense first.
See, I feel that too because both of their guards average at least a steal a game.
That's good.
You got Donovan Mitchell with 1.4, Darius Garland with 1.1. Even their bigs almost get 1 per game. Every starter they have so far is averaging a steal a game. And then you got Ty Jerome coming off the bench, and he's averaging a steal a game. He's averaging 11 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists. I mean, he's doing pretty good himself, and that's off the bench. Their defense is off the charts, man.
Insane.
I mean, they can play both ways. It's not like, and I hate to, discredit the Lakers like this, but it's not like they're big two, where it's like LeBron and Luka, they can go get you buckets.
They have a true five on the court.
This is a great 5. I think the Spurs were a well-rounded team, but this right here this is what you want your team to look like.
I feel like every every position they have a player that does what they do right. Donovan Mitchell's an amazing scorer. He's a shooting guard. Darius Garland, he's an amazing passer. So I see why they have him running the point guard. Are they starting DeAndre Hunter?
Oh, yeah. He starts at small forward.
Okay, how many points is he averaging?
12 points in his first showing. And only showing.
How many threes did he shoot?
Let's see where it is.
Because he might be the shooter.
So, he shot 4 threes and he made 3 of them. So that's 75%.
So I guess he's going to be the catch and shoot guy.
Yeah.
So Donovan drives. Say they're in the 2-3, the defense collapses. He's out there for a wide open 3-pointer. Boom. That's DeAndre Hunter's role. Then you have Evan Mobley, who he could obviously run the pick and roll. I say he's versatile because he can shoot. He's a stretch. He can honestly take the ball up the court if you need him to. And then Jared Allen's just there to bully people. You know, he's a paint beast. He's a rebound backboard glass cleaner. It's insane.
And like you said about the score, like everybody on this team can score.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And I mean, the DeAndre Hunter, he's 75% in his only game with the Cavs so far. But when you look at Darius Garland, who averages about 7 threes attempted, and he makes about 3 of them. He's averaging 43.8% from the 3. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And they're basically all efficient free throw shooters. You got Donovan Mitchell, 83%. You got Darius Garland on 88%. Their bigs are getting right at 75. DeAndre Hunter, he got 75 in his only game. So it's looking like it's them and the Celtics, man. Right now
they're the beast of the East right now. If you could.
That was the bar.
I know that was insane.
Was the bar.
2K knowledge.
Yeah, but this is, and I don't think that their starters are missing too many games neither. Evan Mobley has played the least amount of games of the starters with 47. This isn't counting DeAndre Hunter because he's only played one with the Cavs.
I think DeAndre Hunter could be, honestly, I think he could be a contender for one of the most highest 3-point percentages. I'm going on a limb and say he's going to average 43% from that 3. He's going to average 16 points per game.
when you have 2 players already scoring, 20-something points a game, then you have Evan Mobley with near 20. I don't think you really need that much more scoring.
How many rebounds does Jared Allen get a game?
A game?
Not Jared Allen. Evan Mobley.
He's right at 9 on the dot.
So basically, you have two big men averaging a double-double.
Yeah, they're getting boards, man. Evan Mobley with 1.5 block a game, and then you have Jared Allen averaging 1 block a game. So it's crazy, man. This team is really well-rounded. But I'd like to talk about. Let's move on to college football.
College football. I love my college football. Hit me with a question.
All right. So now that Quinn Ewers has declared for the draft.
I knew you were going to ask this.
Arch Manning. How's he do his first season?
So, we've seen him. He did, I wouldn't say incredible, but he put up some solid stats. Mm-hmm. Arch Manning played in 10 games. He only started twice of them. Mm-hmm. But in the other 8 games, he barely played. Maybe 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But over those 2 games he started, and the 8 games he also played in, he threw for 939 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So if you do that ratio, it's 4.5 touchdowns to every pick he throws. Now, if he averages that in the league, what is 4.5 times? How many games do they play in the league? 16?
17. They think about that in 18th, though.
So then, what's 4.5 times 18? Let's do some quick math. 4.5 times 18. 81 touchdowns. he's gonna be a machine.
Or I don't know about anyone.
No, but I say he
can.
could be a QB that gets 35 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Yeah, I mean, like Justin Herbert.
Yes.
But I would hope that he's more efficient in the playoffs.
Yes. His completion percentage is 67.8. He threw 90. He threw 90 balls, and he completed 61 of them. So that's basically 2/3 of his. So basically, every throw he throws is going to be a catch.
Yeah, I was
Up to chance if it is. And then on the ground, 25 carries, 108 yards, 4.3 yards average, 4 touchdowns. That's what, had me set. Because I didn't know his legs were like that, man.
I forget who they played, but I saw this. I kept seeing it all over.
When he broke out for that run. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I mean, I forget who it was. It might have been ULM Monroe. I don't know why I want to say that, but I feel like that might have been who it was. I don't know. I just know. You said he started 2 games, right?
Started 2 games, and he played Beringly and 10 others.
See, I mean, he didn't play, top of the line talent.
That's true.
But when you look at the stats he put up in the games.
All right. Going off of that, can I give you my top 5 2025 Heismans?
He didn't start 3 games?
No, I've only seen 2.
Did Ewers get injured in the UTSA game? Because, sorry to interrupt you, but I see that in 3 games last season, he was the leading passer. It may have been 3 games. Because, right here, it says that the highest passer in UTSA game was Manning with 223. Then against UL Monroe, he had 258.
Against Mississippi State, he has 325.
Ooh, see, you can't say that. I mean, Mississippi State is not a bad football team.
Not a bad team. All right, would you mind if I give you my top 5 Heisman coming up next season?
Top 5 Heisman?
Top 5 Heismans. Now, I have a little list. I'm going to pull it up. I've been thinking about this ever since last season. Number 1, Arch Manning. I feel like he's going to ball out next year.
Yeah, I think he's going to ball too.
I think he's going to ball. I think he's that guy. I think he has chemistry with his team already. He's a very confident player. That's what you need in the QB. Second, Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. He's a dog. And then, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Nico Yamaliva out of Tennessee. He's going to ball next year.
Oh, the QB out of Tennessee.
Yes, he was a
and their team's definitely just about to get even better.
I know, because they have so much young talent. It's not even funny. And then Clemson, who, honestly, they have a chance
They could definitely make a run.
They might go deep in the playoffs this year. They got Cade Klubnik as their QB, and he has legs, and he's not afraid of contact, so that's always good. And then finally, Drew Aller, Penn State. I'm a Penn State fan. I would love him to win, but with Archman in there and all them other amazing QBs, it's going to be very hard. I would love to see Archman win it, though.
See, the fact that I didn't see a single wide receiver or skill position player right there, I mean, I get it. Those are great quarterbacks.
Yes.
But Jeremiah Smith coming into his sophomore year.
Same thing with Ryan Williams. I feel like he can produce. But he's losing his QB1. Think about it. How do you think... Who will be the QB? Let me look that up.
I'm pretty sure...
I have a question to ask you, by the way. Moving on to our next topic. Do you think Jeremiah Smith, after all these amazing receivers get drafted to the NFL, do you think he's the best receiver in the NFL? I mean, in college football right now?
As a Michigan fan, this pains me to say, he is 100% the best wide receiver in college football. And you want to hear why? This dude, as a freshman, got 76 catches for 1,315 yards and 15 touchdowns. So that means he's averaging 17.3 yards per catch. And he even got some yards on the ground. He got 6 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. And I mean, we all saw the national championship game.
Oh my goodness.
5 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown. His longest being that play that put the game on ice.
I would assume. So I'm looking at their roster. Their QBs next year. Julian Sayin. Let's take a look at him. I would assume.
I mean, transfer portal isn't done yet, right? I mean,
that's true.
I'm sure a lot
So
of
he
people...
transferred from Alabama. This happened in January.
Of last year?
What? No, this year. So he transferred this year after the season ended.
Okay.
And he came from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in Ohio State. So I assume they're going to roll with him.
I guess they are. But, alright, back to Jeremiah Smith, and let's hope this quarterback's good, because this, I mean, I don't hope he's good against Michigan, but let's hope he's good enough.
Same thing with Penn State, I hope,
Yeah. But I hope they're good enough to give Jeremiah Smith some more production like this.
I mean, look at the numbers he's putting up. He's putting up 76 catches, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns.
I mean,
you know who that reminds me of? He's a mixture of Jamar Chase and Brian Thomas Jr. I think the yards are split. I think he has the touchdown ability of Jamar Chase. And the catches. If we do that math, I don't know how many catches that is per catch. I mean, yards per catch. What do you think that is?
This 17.3.
17.3 is insane. That's basically 20 yards every play he gets the ball.
I mean, the game against Texas was the playoff game where he got the least amount of catches. And that was the closest game they played. They won by 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was still a 2-score game. It was, I mean, I don't know what you could have done against this Ohio State team in the playoffs.
Insane.
But he only had 1 catch for 3 yards in that game.
Ooh, I feel like...
Before that,
okay,
in the Oregon game, 7 catches for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns.
so it's 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, basically.
I mean, that's insane. And, I mean, I don't know what you do about that. Could this be the next wide receiver Heisman? I mean, we had Devontae Smith. Is this going to top this season next season?
It depends.
I mean, he has 3 more years of eligibility.
But I feel like next year, if he doesn't declare for the draft, he's going to be a problem that next year of college.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they get a quarterback and they build this team around him, not the quarterback. No, I want this team built around Jeremiah Smith.
Okay.
If they do that, I promise you, he could probably get 2,000 receiving yards if he wanted to.
Great day.
And that might.
What's the receiving record for college? Let me look that up for you.
I actually don't know that. I know the rushing record only because we were thinking about it so much this season with Ashton Genty. Man, that man had a great season.
Okay.
But in the Tennessee game, the first playoff game they played, he had 6 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he had a touchdown in 3 of the 4 playoff games they played.
The single season. Where's it at? I gotta figure this out. Alright, you keep talking, I'll figure this out.
Alright. Just let me know when you find it, alright?
Oh my goodness.
What is it?
2,060 yards, Trevor Inslee, Nevada.
2006. Do you think he could break this record? Potentially? Not next year. I mean, he might break it next year. But let's say senior year, you think he could break that record?
Honestly, if he plays all 4 years, I say he goes for the most receiving yards career. Because Corey Davis has it now with, what is this? 5,285. If he averages, all right, let's do this math. If he averages 1,500 yards the rest of his career, 3 more seasons, he's winning. He's winning by
I mean, if
60 almost.
What is this right here? 5.285.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we know he's going to progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you take this year's season and you multiply that by 4, you already get 5,260, and that's what 20 yards away from the record.
Yeah.
And we know he's going to progress.
Exactly.
So if he stays for that senior, it all comes down to the senior year. He could potentially break that record. Do you know a receiving touchdowns record?
Receiving, I'll tell you. Receiving touchdowns in a game, season, or career?
Season. Career.
60 touchdowns.
60? Oh.
Most games with receiving touchdowns. Most receiving touchdowns.
You said 60, right?
Oh, let me do it. Most games with a receiving touchdown. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So, most receiving touchdowns in a game. 7 to Rashawn Woods. That's insane. Oklahoma State. And then most receiving touchdowns in a season was 27. He played for LSU. And then that leaves you most receiving touchdowns in a career, and that's Jared Dillard. He went to Rice.
How many touchdowns did he have?
60.
If you take this season and you say that he averages that for the rest of his career, he can tie that record. He had
So
15 touchdowns.
He's going to progress. I say he gets 18 next year. The year after that, he gets 17. The year after that, he gets 19.
So are we saying this is about to be the greatest receiver in college football history? He's going to be the greatest receiver in
college football history.
Oh, this pains me.
Think about it. Let's look at... Okay, I'm gonna pull up Devontae Smith Heisman numbers.
All right. He had a great Heisman year. I mean, that was fantastic.
We'll compare it to him. So, alright.
Oh my gosh.
He's close.
I just realized.
In 11 games, though. We gotta think about that.
11 games.
Alright, tell me whenever you're ready.
I'm trying to. Let me go to.
You ready for his stats?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Devontae Smith led the country with 98. Alright, think about this. Devontae, go to his catches.
So he had, 20 more catches?
He had 20 more catches, and he only had 200 more yards and 2 more touchdowns.
Alright, so...
20. So if he's averaging that, that's every 5 catches, it's a touchdown, basically. Because that's 20 yards. So then, he's on pace. If he doesn't win the Heisman, I'll be...
This is... Out of how many yards per catch he gets, he has 17.3 yards per catch.
Okay.
So if he was to get as many receptions as Devontae Smith did, he would be at 1,695.
And that's just Heisman. That's not even a record. So he's going to get the Heisman. If he doesn't get the Heisman in these next 2 years, I'm thinking, unless some star comes out of high school this year. Who knows? Julian Love.
I mean, yeah.
Liberty QB.
He might get injured. Let's hope he doesn't. I hope that on nobody. Yeah. But if he does, I feel like if he gets injured, that's the only reason I see him not becoming.
I watched the TikTok and they said he's the LeBron of college football.
For LeBron?
Basically. Because his size, speed. I mean, he's a good size boy. He's 6'3", 215.
I mean, that's pretty...
What's his 40 time? Look at this. I'll look at it. Don't worry.
All right.
Because,
I mean, this man is crazy.
If it's under a 4.4...
See, the only bad game I see this season that he had was against Michigan. And, I mean, everybody on the Ohio State team had a bad game against Michigan. Unless you're Jack Sawyer. He probably had... he had a decent game. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they lost. Then you had all the flag in the middle of the field that everybody was so upset about. But I feel like if they don't lose to us, they don't win the national championship.
Jeremiah Smith runs a 4.5.
4.5?
With a top speed of 23 miles per hour. Now, if you look up Tyreek Hill, top speed.
I think he gets to like 26?
23.
23? And what did it say?
23.
What did it say? So they're both at 23?
And let's see how much Tyreek Hill weighs.
I know Tyreek's 5'10", 5'9", something like that.
185 pounds. What is his weight?
He weighs 215.
So that's 30 more pounds, and he's moving the same. So he's basically Megatron. Except not, he's Larry.
He's not that tall yet.
He's like Larry Fitz with Tyreek Hill speed.
I mean, oh my, these Ohio State.
Prime Julio Jones.
These Ohio State wide receivers.
Orange.
Are they closing in on
LSU?
I mean, they might.
Wide receiver you?
See, right now, I still got LSU.
Yeah, because you got Beckham.
Come on, man.
Now, if he becomes the best receiver of all time,
it's a conversation.
That's a bold statement, but
yeah,
he's going to finish top 10 receiver of all time. As long as I pray injuries don't, affect his career. I got him finishing, top 5 receiver of all time.
Top 5 of all time.
No.
That's bold.
I know.
But I'm not gonna go against you.
Who knows? It could be top 3, top 1.
I mean, he has unlimited potential.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this might be.
Let's compare him to Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams didn't do. I mean, I get he's 17 years old. Everybody on social media was hyping him up and everything. He's a great receiver, but I don't think he was as good as everybody was.
Let's compare him to. Let's pick 3 receivers to compare Jeremiah Smith to.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the best receivers of this draft.
All right, so
let's go. Tet.
What team was he?
That was the Arizona wide receiver.
All right.
Then the Missouri.
What is Arizona?
I
Can't find Arizona unless I'm. Oh, this is the only SEC. Okay, yeah, the SEC.
But then after the Arizona wide receiver, it'd probably be Luther Burden. And he went to Missouri. And then would it be his fellow Buckeye?
Emeka Ibuka?
Yeah, would it be him?
I feel like we can if you want to.
Or would you put Travis Hunter in front of him?
It doesn't matter. Stats. Which one is the what's it called in?
Tet?
Yeah.
McMillan?
Yeah. What conference?
Big 12?
Big 12.
But I mean,
Oh my goodness. How many yards did he get? We're gonna compare him to Travis Hunter, Ted,
and
then
Luther Burden.
the Missouri dude. Yeah. Alright, so
Okay.
would you like to hear Ted McMillan's stats?
Alright. Let me see.
84 catches.
Okay.
1,300 yards.
Oh my gosh.
Well, 1,319 to be exact. 8 touchdowns.
Right,
He is a freshman averaging, but Ted, he's 6'5", 212. He's Megatron.
Let me say the receptions.
84.
So he had about 10 more receptions and only got
4
4
more
more yards.
But he had 7 more touchdowns. And he's basically averaging 4 more yards. Well, 1 more yard, basically.
I mean, that's crazy, man. And this is the best receiver prospect. And I'm saying receiver prospect because I feel like Travis Hunter. First of all, I don't think Travis Hunter's the best receiver.
No.
But I think Travis Hunter's.
I
think if he gets drafted, he's getting drafted as a corner.
Okay. But honestly, Tet last year did it better. 90 receptions, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns.
I mean, any team will be lucky to get Ted.
Yeah.
He should be a dog.
He's 6'5".
I mean, he's big, man.
Alright, who's next? We got Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he won it. He wasn't even the best receiver in his division. Oh.
Was he the best receiver in his division?
No. Touchdowns wise. 96 receptions.
96?
1,250 yards.
Time out. So I already hear that he has 20 more receptions.
Mm-hmm.
But 100 less?
Yes.
Well, not exactly 100.
Yeah, it's like 60 less.
That's crazy.
But they tied for touchdowns, and he only averaged 13 yards.
Yeah, see, I'm giving that to Jeremiah Smith all day. So far, I don't see one better than Jeremiah Smith.
All right.
So he might have been the best receiver this year too. In his freshman season.
That's insane.
It's gross, man.
And then after this, do you want to compare other running backs to Gene T?
I mean, we could.
All right, let's do it.
I mean,
so then.
Scatterboo. I love
I know. He went stupid. I'm not going to say how many yards he had, but he had a big amount of yards. He's right up there with, what's his name? All right, where's the Mecca Buka? They're in Ohio State's in.
Big Ten.
My fault.
Yeah, you're good.
So, Jeremiah Smith won. Oh, we shouldn't even compare Mecca. He barely broke 1,000.
Barely broke it.
Coy Parrish.
What's
5 interceptions. Great day.
What's Taz Johnson's stats look like
They're
this season?
Pac-12, ain't it?
No, Big Ten too.
AC. Oh, great day.
They switched.
I don't see him in here.
Oregon?
He's not even in the top 5.
Taz
Johnson.
Can you wait?
Ooh, he only had 900 yards with 10 touchdowns. I can give you the. All right, let me see. Evan Stewart, 600 yards, 48, 5 touchdowns. I mean, all right. Do you want to pull up GT stats, and we can compare running backs? So let's think of the best running backs.
All right. Let's compare him to Scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
Jeremiah Love.
Quinshon Judkins. We can compare him to both the Ohio State running backs.
All right.
All right. What division were we just on? Big Ten.
All right. I got Scatterboo.
I got hit. You pull up GT stats and I pull up all the others.
Okay, I got you. Oh my gosh, I pulled up Scatterboo because I thought I was doing him, and he's a dog, man.
You seen the stats? 1,500 yards from a running back out at UCF. Same thing with Kentucky.
Okay, you can't argue against. This dude should have been the Heisman,
all right,
man.
let's see how many carries Scatterboo had, though.
He didn't have as many as Genty, I promise you that.
Had 293 yards.
293 yards.
293. All right. Scatterboo had 293 carries, 1,700 yards, and 21 touchdowns. Remember.
Okay.
I'm going in. You talk to them.
I can't lie. Ashton Genty was still like a way better running back. Stat-wise, at least. 374 carries, 2,600 yards, 29 touchdowns. So that's what? 7 yards a carry? And his longest this year was 77 I forget who he got that run against.
I'm back. Was it Oregon?
I don't think it was Oregon. It might have been. If it was Oregon, that's impressive.
But I knew once from the start when he got that 6 touchdown game, I knew he was going to be a problem.
This... The 7-yard touchdown game. That was against... not the 77-yard run was against... He got 70 against Oregon. And then the 77 was against Georgia Southern.
Great day. They say he played no competition. But, that's against Oregon.
He played Oregon. He played... UNLV was a good defensive team. He played Penn State, and when he played Penn State, people are saying he didn't do too great.
How big is he?
He's 5'9", 215.
Scatterboo's 5'11", 215. So who else do we want to compare him to?
Look at the rushing stats leaders.
For the Big 12?
Go to...
SEC?
Yeah, go to the SEC.
Let's see here. Tennessee, Dylan Sampson, 1,500 yards.
Go to him. That seems like a...
All right. 258 carries, 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns.
Okay. He's pretty close on touchdowns. Ashton Genty, again, is 374 carries.
Scatterboo, except the yards.
And then he has 2,600 rushing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 7 yards per carry. That's actually, I mean, when you look at this man play, it's crazy.
I don't know. So then after that, what is it, the Big 12? Or which one is the Ohio State in Big 10?
Big 10. Big 10.
Is also Notre Dame in there?
No, Notre Dame is in the independent.
Alright. Where's Ohio State at? Ohio State running backs aren't even top 5?
Probably not. The Iowa dude was pretty good, wasn't he?
Great day.
Caleb Johnson?
Oh my goodness, he ran for 1,500 yards.
Who did?
Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson was a dog this year.
Oh, it's insane. Alright, let's go over his stats. 1,537 yards, 240 carries, 21 yards.
21 touchdowns to 29 touchdowns, so that's comparable.
And he had 2 touchdowns over the passing game.
And Ashton Jenny had how many?
It should say right there.
I wasn't on the right thing. Alright, receiving, he had 1 touchdown.
And think about it, this dude, what was I about to say? I forgot. He went from 463 yards to basically tripling that.
And if you look at the averages, there's not that much difference. I mean, this is 7 yards, and I mean they had to play. I mean, Iowa had to play, Big 10 schools. Big 10 ain't nothing to joke about. And then
let me check out the ACC who the Russian. UNC running back had 1,600 yards. Or Omarion Hampton, 281, 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5.9. He did it back-to-back seasons, basically.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He had less carries, though, last season.
I saw his game against UVA. He did pretty good then. I mean, I haven't really paid much attention to UNC football.
I've always loved their jerseys. Their jerseys are incredible.
Ole Miss jerseys?
Oh,
they're the best
baby
in college
blue
football, but yes.
I don't know, Tennessee Blackouts?
The Tennessee Black, yeah. But I mean, like, all together. Actually, it might be Oregon all together. Oregon has some tough uniforms. That should be a topic next.
Well, we could do that next podcast, though.
Yeah. All right.
What's it called in?
What?
Notre Dame.
Independent. Or America. Yeah, that one. They are not in a great conference, but they're great teams.
Jeremiah Love only had 1,000.
Oh my gosh, wait, did that just say that
Riley Leonard?
The quarterback had
906 rushing yards.
Oh, he split carries with his quarterback.
How did 3
That's
of the
crazy.
people end up in? Who did I click on? I did not mean to click on that one.
Alright. So, Jeremiah Love, he's great. I love Riley Leonard as a quarterback.
I don't like the way he looks. I try to be rude and nothing, but
Okay.
Game is game.
You ready to head into the final segment?
Let's do it. So, hit me.
Who are your top 5 quarterback prospects of this year's draft?
Alright, let me pull it up and just see who, the prospects are. I already know some off the top of my head, but
See, 1 and 2 is a debate. 1 and 2 is a huge debate.
I think I know pretty well.
Alright.
These are not.
Go ahead and see. Alright, who do you think are the top 5 out of these right here?
Kyle McLeod, Syracuse. Okay. No, I'm not putting him in there, but I just want to note that he was an option.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so these are basically all our options.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please just do, how many people is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just rank these 10.
Alright,
you want to rank them together, or do you want to do it separate?
Let's see if we can agree on it.
Alright, number 1. It's hard for most people, easy for me, Cam Ward.
It's Cam Ward.
It's Cam Ward.
It's Cam Ward,
just
man.
Because, I just can't push Shador over Cam Ward. I don't know why.
Look, Shador he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But Cam Ward, man.
I don't think if he went to Colorado, he wouldn't have these opportunities.
Yeah, like.
Not saying that his dad
yeah.
is the reason he's,
Yeah, no offense, but this Colorado team, like, it's crazy, but, like,
Jalen Milroe's a junior. I don't know.
when you see the Colorado, the Colorado Buffaloes, my first thought is NIL. That's my first thought. NIL.
And that's not good. When you think of Miami, you think of either
Miami,
Sean Taylor or Cam Ward.
Yeah, I'm thinking football. Like, I'm not thinking social media or nothing like that. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, if you're getting money off of NIL in college,
go do that.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah. So then, next
one has to be Shador. Yeah.
I know we just talked about that, but he's a heck of a ball player. Okay, this is where it starts to get tricky.
I don't know.
Honestly, let's say the same thing on 3. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Jackson Dart. Let's go.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. He produced at a high level with, I'm not going to say the worst, not the best weapons around him, but he still had good weapons.
It was a pretty good team. I mean, Ole Miss, man. Oh, he's not going to get no better jerseys than the NFL.
I know. Especially if he goes to, like, the Saints.
Oh, Somebody tell him go to a team with some nice jerseys.
Yeah, like the Dolphins or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
I mean,
bro,
the Raiders need to bring some tough jerseys because that's where I think he's going.
Boom. So that leaves us Jalen Milroe, Kyle McLeod, Quinn Ewers, Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel. Boom. All
right, so
I think we're going to part ways on this one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Will
Jalen
Howard.
Milroe. What? Okay.
I'm in between Will Howard and Quinn Ewers. Jalen Milroe played horrible in the bowl game against Michigan, and then he went to the Senior Bowl and played even worse.
I feel like he can develop a little bit more if he goes to a better team. So say they put him on like a team with an old quarterback, Seahawks. Uh-huh. He can learn from Geno, because Geno's, I'm not going to say he's a mobile QB, but he can use his legs.
All right, so are you saying that they should
I'm saying they should go him so they can have a run and gun system.
Okay, so you saying they should go like the Falcons way? Like what they did, what they tried to do with Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix?
And it worked.
It did work. I don't know if it was as much on Kirk Cousins as it was that Michael Penix is ready to play. Hey, I'm sure that it was Kirk Cousins had a lot to do with it. Kirk Cousins.
I'll agree with you. We can put Will Howard there because he won the Natty.
See, I don't know if it's Will Howard or Quinn Ewers.
Well, I think Quinn Ewers should go to the Saints.
Will Howard has proven that he can win the big games.
Yes, and he doesn't fold under pressure like Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, so
I say we drop Jalen Milroe a little bit lower.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm thinking Cam Ward, Shador, Jackson Dart,
Will Howard, Quinn Ewers.
Okay.
Alright, so then that leaves us Jalen Milroe, Kyle McCord, Dylan Gabriel, Curtis Rourke, and Riley Leonard. This is easy.
Now I'm between two. I'm between Riley Leonard and Jalen Milroe. Because Jalen Milroe is not a horrible quarterback.
We're just going to count out Dylan Gabriel?
Dylan Gabriel was a dog, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Riley Leonard had 2,000 yards in the air and almost 1,000 in the ground.
I would like to see him in the Colts uniform.
The Colts? Do you think they draft a quarterback?
Yeah.
See, I would like to see...
Or the Giants.
Riley
Even though
Leonard,
we're probably going to get I hope we get Jackson Dart.
Y'all could get a really good quarterback if the Titans are stupid.
I feel like the Titans would be the ones to take Travis Hunter and try to keep Will Levis.
What would you do if y'all signed Sam Darnold?
I wouldn't be upset. No, I would actually be pretty mad. Because then we can't get it. We would still probably draft a QB in the second round.
Alright, so right now we have Cam Ward number 1, Shador 2, Jackson Dart 3, Will Howard 4, Quinn Ewers 5.
And we have, alright, say your sixth one on 3. 1, 2, 3. Jalen Milroe. Alright, say your 7th. 3, 2, 1. Riley Leonard. Alright, so then that leaves us Dylan Gabriel, Curtis Rourke, Kyle McCord. 3, 2, 1. Dylan Gabriel. 3, 2, 1.
Kyle McCord.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Curtis
Rourke. It makes me mad because Kyle McCord.
How is he ranked above all these?
Because, I mean, he's a really good quarterback. But
I didn't see much of him.
yeah, especially because he's in Syracuse. I'm not really watching Syracuse football. He's a really good quarterback, but I'm just going off of what I saw. I didn't really watch much Syracuse football. I'm pretty happy with that ranking, though.
Yeah, me
so,
too.
Cam Ward, then Shadur, Jackson Dart,
Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe,
Riley
Leonard
Dylan Gabriel, Kyle McCord, and then Curtis Rourke.
All right, that's a good episode right there. I say we call it quits.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, my name is Liam.
My name is Christian.
Thank you for watching Nbs, and tune in for episode 5 where we will do a mock draft of the whole NFL draft.